Guys, in today's video we're going to be installing a set of Reaper traction bars. These are a really nice piece that I picked up a while ago, and I honestly just have been putting it off installing them, but today we're finally going to install them. I picked these up at Shy Diesel Extravaganza from Reaper traction bars. There's the phone number if you guys want to get a set of these. There's tons of different options as far as what kind of truck you have, what color powder coat you have, how they mount. So the best thing to do if you want a set of these is just get in contact with them. But these things are awesome. They're a full bolt-on kit, so I don't have to weld anything. Welding is definitely not my strong suit, so whenever I found out this was a bolt-on kit, I pretty much jumped on it. I had these powder coated by Shane Marshall in Anderson, Indiana. You can get them bare, and I could have got them powder coated. Reaper will actually powder coat them for you. He has a ton of different colors which you can pick, but he just didn't have the color that I wanted. Well, he did have black ones there, but I just couldn't find. At the time I was thinking I wanted to go with maybe white or a different color like highlighter yellow, and by the time I got them home and everything, I was like, I should have just got these powder coated black, because I don't know what color I'm going to powder coat. I don't know what color we're going to potentially paint this truck, and I know black's going to go with anything. So I had Shane Marshall powder coat these black, and they look freaking amazing. They're kind of dirty right now just from my handprints, but the powder coat is awesome. They have Heim joints, and Reaper also offers a rebuildable joint as well that takes like a little bearing, and it has a snap ring on each side. But I just got these little cheaper ones. I don't really care. Although, you know, if you're going to keep the truck for a really long time and you're going to be towing a lot, you know, putting load on suspension, you know, it may be a better idea for you. It may be a better idea for you to get the set that has the rebuildable joints. So it's going to be pretty easy to install these. All we really have to do, and I'll hop down here under the truck with you guys. So we're going to be removing the two front U-bolt bolts right there. We're just going to take those out, and then the brackets will bolt up into those. I got them sprayed down with PB Blaster already. And I also recommend you guys checking out the condition of your U-bolts. You're really not supposed to reuse these things. Once you torque them once, that's supposed to be good. So I'm not responsible if you do it the way I'm going to do it, you know, for any damages or anything. Kitty, please leave us alone. Please. But I'm just going to take them loose, put the bracket on, and put it back on. And then the front ones are going to mount. I already had them up under here, somewhere in this region through here. I don't really know. So without further ado, to start with, we need to remove the two bolts on the rear U-bolts and actually mount our brackets. These ones here, they just kind of slide up in there to the U-bolts. I don't really know which way they go. I'll have to get under there and see. And yeah, we'll get those under there, get those tightened back up, and then we will move to, well, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to set all these at the same depth, and then I'm going to actually just loosely bolt the front mounts up in here like that, and then I'm going to get jack stands and jack this up so that way I can mark my holes. So that way I get absolutely perfect marks into where I need to drill my holes for the bolts that go in the front. The hardware that he supplies, this is grade 5 hardware with nylon locking nuts. Looks like it's all grade 5. That'll be plenty strong for these. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into the installation. Okay guys, now I have the rear one just loosely mounted. I haven't tightened it up yet. You can see this is about where this, and like, it's hard to do all this with one hand, but basically I'm just gonna hold it up here and spot where it would be. You can see pretty much all the way back. This is extended cab truck, so I'm sure it'll change extended cab long. Pretty much all the way back up against that flat. And then I'll drill my 2 holes. And I will have to go through both sides of the frame rail. That's why they give you the long bolts. Because you're gonna be going through both sides of the frame. Okay guys, jump forward some time. We got the mounts up on the truck, and let me tell you guys, drilling through these frames sucks, so make sure you got a good drill bit set. But we got them up there, so now we're going to get our other bolts and line our track bar up in there, and then we will tighten those up. We got both sides done. I actually used a smaller bolt that I had here on the, basically, the way that they want you to do this is drill 2 holes all the way through the frame on both sides. And I can actually reach my finger up in there, so I had one that was a little bit smaller, but it was actually a shorter bolt, so I didn't have to drill through the frame on both sides for both bolts. But it's not going to go anywhere. It'll hold up fine for what this truck's going to be used for. So yeah, now we just need to get our track bars, get the bolts, actually hold them up in here. So let me grab those real quick. With the nylon locking nut, tighten it up. The next step, what we need to do is we need to, let's see, we want to basically push the axle back with these, so you can kind of see the heim joint there. One way kind of pulls it in. I'm going to make sure it's pushing back on it. I'll get it as tight as I can get, my hand here. As tight as I can get in my hand, then we'll tighten these little locking nuts up here. Go over, do the other side, and then that'll finish it up. All right guys, I got the installation done, but I'm actually going to just call it a night. I want to get you guys some good clips tomorrow where you can actually see this thing out in the light. It's just really dark right now and you can't even really see that they're on the truck. So whenever I get home from work tomorrow, we will check this thing out so you guys can really see the nice, more than anything I really just like the way they look, but they do actually give you, it basically eliminates the axle wrap. So whenever you go to take off in the truck, or you're doing a burnout, or even, you know, not necessarily even just doing a burnout, just say taking off in some gravel. You've ever seen like the back end of a truck wants to kind of hop a little bit? What that is, that's the leaf springs given. Whenever you're taking off, the axle is actually moving like this. It's going like this And that's what the track bars eliminate. They will take that away, and they will hold that axle right in place. It also makes, like in a manual truck, whenever you're shifting through the gears, it's a lot smoother with track bars on the truck. Although whenever you are hitting bumps and stuff, I don't know, I don't really know. My honest opinion, I think it does make the ride just a tad bit worse, just on small bumps and stuff, but these things do more good than they do bad, so I definitely recommend getting a set of traction bars if you guys are having any of those axle wrap symptoms. But I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow so you guys can actually check it out outside. Okay guys, it is now the next day. You can get kind of a good idea of how this thing looks from the outside. Pretty dang good. It is Monday after work, and tonight we are actually going to pick up a new truck for Bailey. Got his truck hooked up to the gooseneck, and we are going just about an hour northwest of here. So we're gonna hop in this thing and we'll get on the road and see what we're gonna pick up. Well guys, unfortunately we did not get the truck. We got there to look at it and it just needed a ton of stuff that was not mentioned in the ad. Like power steering pump was cracked, it had no power steering, the brakes didn't work. The airbag, it was a 4-link truck, it was a 4-link second gen, and the airbag setup definitely needed some attention. There were airbags off semis, and it was a homemade kit, and the compound, it was compound turbos as well, and that also needed, it was homemade. I mean, it worked, it did its job, but it was a homemade kit, and it just really wasn't worth anything. So Bailey ended up passing on it. We weren't able to make a deal with the guy, so we're back home. So I don't know what we're gonna be doing next, but I'll catch up with you guys when we start back up. That's gonna wrap up the end of this video. If you're not, guys, you can kind of get an inside scoop on things. Follow me on Instagram, DylanLee73, and then follow the Dirty Diamond Diesel page as well. Without further ado, that's gonna wrap it up. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.